Crimean Tatars burn Moscow to the ground, part 2. First, let's get our story straight. In the 1500s, the Crimean Khanate, the independent Crimean Tatar state at the time, is ruled by Khan Devlet Giray. Ivan IV, also referred to as the Terrible, is sitting on the throne of the Grand Duchy of Muscovy as a self-proclaimed Tsar. Long story short, Ivan, anyone, violated the oath given to the Crimean Giray dynasty. Yeah, tell me something about not trusting a Russian. Anyways, Muscovites in those times attacked the lands of the Crimean Khanate. They conquered Astrakhan and Kazan. They refused to pay the tribute to the Crimean Khanate that they are sworn to pay. And Devlet Giray says, I'm done with this shit, and we fast forward to May 1571. By May 23rd, 1571, Krim Tatar troops, led by Devlet Giray himself, approached Moscow, setting up camp nearby, and when Ivan IV heard the Crimean army is closing in on Moscow, he, any guesses? Fled to Rostov. Bold move, and I guess we know why he's not called the Brave. Anyways, on May 24th, Crimeans set Moscow on fire, starting with the suburbs. Giles Fletcher, this little guy, English diplomat, in his 1591 book, described that it took 4 hours for Moscow to burn to the ground. The fire itself was so devastating that the square that we know today as the Red Square was at the time actually called Pojar, the fire. And once the fire settled, the city wasn't exactly cleared of the bodies. They weren't buried. Allegedly, the Tsar Ivan himself ordered, attention please, the dead found on the streets to be thrown into the river. The river overflowed its banks and flooded parts of the town. Another English politician, Jerome Horsey, this fancy gentleman here, wrote that it took more than a year to clear away all the bodies. And going back to the other guy, Giles Fletcher, this one is just chef's kiss. He claims that Devlet allegedly sent Ivan a knife to kindly kill himself for not protecting his people, for fleeing the battle, not facing him. And that's just such a move. And then how terrible of Ivan not to follow through with this legitimate request. I mean, how hard is it really to grab that knife and just jab it in your neck, for Christ's sake?